We got Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War 25 and 26, The Master, and Black is the episode titles. And this week, it's just basically we're up in the Soul, the kingdom, the Soul Palace. Ooh, what's the name of it, Dan? Shit, I forget. The
Royal Palace.
Yeah, the Royal Palace. I'm just spacing out over here. I got me feeling like Bass up in here, so you know how he is. But yeah, we're up in the Royal Palace. That's where all this takes place. But it starts out with Uehara explaining to like the Vizards and Yuriichi's sister why he let Ichigo and the gang go upstairs already. And honestly didn't know Uehara had another way to go up, and I didn't expect anyone to follow Ichigo and them. Did you?
No, I was really surprised by that. When he was like, yeah, we got another way up. I was like, wait, why did you put them on a literal death rocket?
Yeah, I mean, this must be like slower or something, but it's been so long since I read the manga, like I didn't really remember them. No, I didn't remember anybody following them up, you know?
Yeah, I pretty much remember badass transformations, some of the powers, and the end. Like that's it. So this has been really refreshing for me to watch. I don't remember much of it, and I don't remember anybody going up either besides these guys. And it'll be interesting to see if they do actually make it up there or not.
Yeah, well, we've noticed that they've been adding in some anime original stuff, so maybe a few things gets changed, that we aren't expecting. So
yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Kubo does add anything. I mean, if you think about Attack on Titan, so the mangaka for Attack on Titan says that is the purest. The anime is the purest form of the story because he's so heavily involved in it, and he actually goes and makes slight changes and adds things to the anime that weren't in the manga to flesh it out more. So maybe Kubo's doing the same thing here.
yeah, I mean, it would. I mean, it does seem like he's trying to do something like that here in this episode, in these last two episodes, anyway. So it's pretty interesting going forward to see what else he throws in there at us. So, but yeah, we're gonna get straight right to it. All basically these two episodes is like pretty much just talking and boxing. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, two of my favorite things. These were like, it's funny because there's not a lot of stuff for us to talk about in this because like they were throwing bones, and like for you to really understand how intense these fights actually were, you just got to go watch it.
Yeah.
So like it's like One Piece, like Kaido and Luffy going at it with the giant fists in the air for 3 episodes. How are we going to talk about that?
I think this is a little bit more faster paced than Kaido and Luffy 3 episode span with One Fist.
Might have just been putting One Piece on blast a little bit. Don't worry about it.
maybe just a little. But yeah, basically Uebaha and Ichibe is up there, and like I said, we're just getting into a lot of talking, but it's not really like boring talk. It's like talking shit. Everybody's talking shit to each other. They're so cocky. I mean, why wouldn't they be? Squad Zero is like crazy strong. Like they haven't had anybody challenge them ever, right? I'm pretty sure.
Not that I know of. I mean, last time Uebaha and the crew came in with the Quincy's, they got taken down by the Gote 13. So,
yeah.
And they do mention too that the Royal Guard is as strong as the Gote 13.
Yeah.
So they're like 5 people as strong as an army. These are the heavy hitters. And I was really hoping to get to see him throw down a little bit in this episode. So
yeah, and one thing that I really enjoyed is at the beginning of the Ichibe Uebaha fight, Ichibe draws 2 lines on the ground, and he's like, "I'm gonna kill you inside those lines. Just watch." I'm like, bro.
It basically just says they're calling him a youngin'. He's like, yeah, you young kid. Like he's just like talking shit the whole time. He's like, I'm like 20 times older than you, bro. Come catch these hands.
But yeah, we get to see a little bit of Ichibe's powers, I guess. He has like huge. He can call in like huge body parts, hands. We see him hands, feet. He even like claps. It's just a crazy how actually strong he is, and he's not even like trying yet. So, um, and he also like has the ability to take away you watch it Yubaha's voice too. I called him watch, but
Hey man, we were getting better at it. Don't worry. Yeah,
yeah,
his Senri Susensho ability of just like summoning giant hands and feet is crazy, and his Zanpakuto ability where he can take away and give things names. That's nuts. Like
it
the
is.
fact that he is so old school with this shit. He created Shikai and Bankai, and he had his before he even gave the abilities a name. And you're seeing like during this fight, he's like, I guess this would be my Shikai, huh? And he's just talking bad shit. He's like, I've been doing this for so long, I don't even know, man.
Yeah, isn't his Shikai isn't that called Black?
I thought that was his Bankai, essentially. He called it a what was it? It was like a Shinjujaku or something.
Yeah, he said its name. It was Shin, I think it was like Shinjuki. Shit. Uh let's see.
Yeah, so his Shikai is Ichimonji. That's when he basically adds the blade to the end of his paintbrush that I guess is his Zanpakuto.
What was Black then?
That
Because
was like
that was
his
in between Ichimonji and his Bankai, because that's not his Bankai though, right?
no, so his Bankai is called Shirafude Ichimonji,
Oh yeah, there we go. Um
which essentially is black. And anything he paints black, he can give a new name, and that basically whatever he paints takes on the meaning of that new name, which we'll get into in a little bit.
okay, so that is his Bankai then, Black. So
Yeah, but essentially it's he had the ability before Bankais were even a thing. So he's
yeah,
just like, I guess this is my Bankai. It's just a sword form for me, but
yeah.
I'm just that guy.
But yeah, his powers are pretty awesome. Like Dan said, the ability to he was constantly like so he explained it. His sword or his Zanpakuto brush, whatever you want to call it. He says that it doesn't slash, it doesn't cut flesh. It cuts um anything in half, basically the names in half, I think is what he said. And so he uses it on like his arms, for example, early on. And so he said he cut his arms, the name of his arms in half, which makes them half as powerful and half as useful, I believe he said. So his arms was heavier, weaker, and half as powerful. And that's actually truly wild.
Yeah.
So
I loved that scene after he did that to Yuabaha, and Yuabaha's like going in to attack him, and he's like, "Hey man, your sword slashes seem pretty weak now. You good?" Like just talking mad shit.
yeah, they're very gentle, man. Yeah. I'm like, bro, you boss like dying over here. So, but yeah, so I think at this point, after we learn about all this stuff, and we learn about him cutting names in half, is all that good stuff. We actually go back down to the rest of the Quincy's and the rest of the Squad Zero, and they're all fighting down there basically. Drugrum, he tries to destroy like the birdcage that's stealing their reishi. Is that correct?
Yeah.
But he doesn't have success. The food lady Curio kind of stops him and redoes it. Um, and then you have Tanjiro which is the Pompadour Man. To put in perspective, I know these names. We're gonna throw out a lot of names here, so I'm gonna try to put faces to them, kind of.
Hot Spring Daddy.
What'd you say?
Hot Spring Daddy.
Yeah. Hot Spring Daddy. Hot Spring Frankie. There we go. Well, One Piece fans.
He's got the cool bar haircut.
But he's fighting Jugrim right now. And Senjumaru, which is seamstress, the sewing lady of Squad Zero, is fighting Ishida, and Nak Levar. He's apparently still alive. We thought he was down for the count, but he gets back up and starts fighting cool guy, Mohawk guy, Namaya. So
I'm just laughing at all your descriptions.
Look, this is how I remember these people.
Namaya is the basically the person who creates Zanpakuto toes.
Yeah, that one, the cool
drippy
Mohawk
one.
guy. Yeah,
The drippy one.
And I think that's who's fighting who. Our boy Shadow Dude. What's his name? Pernita, I think. Shadow Boy. He's still down for the count. So
yeah, we were calling him PP last episode.
Oh, well, no. Wait, we was calling him PP?
Yeah, it's like I can't remember his whole name, but it's like 2 P's.
Oh, well, that'll get confusing because we got a Pepe still, right?
I think Pepe's dead, right?
Yeah, he gets brought up later by Bambi and them. So, but yeah, that's who's fighting each other. They're just like going back and forth, kind of. They're really 50-50 right now with the Squad Zero kind of coming out on top mostly. I would say
Squad Zero bodies them all pretty good. And they're not even fighting with like a 10th of their power. So basically the Royal Guard Squad Zero defeats all of these people pretty quick, pretty easily in my opinion. And after that, we kind of head back down to the Soul Society, which I didn't really see coming. I thought we were really going to focus on the Royal Palace. But we see like Giselle sucking the life out of Bambi, who's a zombie. So that was kind of hot. Big fan of that.
Well, and the bad thing is, her placement was in a very weird place too. And so I was watching this afternoon and with my mom in the living room with me, and it went to this scene. I was like, okay. It started making these weird, like, if you watch this, you know what sound she was making. Like it was.
She was sucking. She was sucking something out of it. Life, blood. I don't really know.
Yeah, it sounded really bad, and then where she was at looked really bad, and I was like, "It's not what it looks like. I promise." But yeah, what all does she do though? She says a few things, I believe.
Yeah, basically she starts parading Bambi like you're alive for one. Well, you're not alive, but you're there for one reason, is to keep me alive, and that's all you're good for right now, essentially. And then Loloto shows up, and they kind of talk about everything that happened over the last 3 or 4 episodes. She says that she killed Pepe and took out Mimi.
Yeah, it's a nickname for Meninas.
Okay.
The red-haired Quincy chick. So,
and the Soul Reapers got Candy. So there's a chance that Candy and Meninas might still be alive, but they don't know. And then after that, after they kind of regroup and get an idea of what's going on, we go back up to see Ichibei. And like we said, they kind of went into what his power is, and he's kind of given Yuhabaha the run, and he actually cuts his name in half. So his name is Yuha.
Yuha.
Spelled YHW. So don't tell me how that says Yuha, but we're gonna roll with it.
Yeah, I think he said Yuaba. I mean Yuaba.
Yuab.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Yuab. So
But so Yuabaha is getting pretty boxed up, but then he uses the most broken ability he probably has in his bag, Oshwallen. So he collects the lives and power of unnecessary comrades, is the word they use. So basically, he sacrifices all the Quincy's that are down in the Soul Society to take their power and redistribute it to the people fighting the Royal Guard and himself. That is a shit ton of reishi. There are a lot of Quincy's down in the Soul Society.
Yeah. And
A
what that
lot.
I
Go
was gonna
for it.
say, and that also not only does that take away all their abilities or basically takes their life, so their power force, whatever, but he brings it back up and like it destroys like you have to see it like it creates like a ring around everything. It like basically explodes the royal palace area with I guess reishi and like just disintegrates like the bird cage and everything that's up there, um which is wild
Yeah,
to see.
definitely.
So
And a lot of the Quincy's down in the Soul Society too are like, this is bullshit. And they start trying to fight back. But they all end up looking like literally a piece of beef jerky. Like they look like dehydrated at this point. Like they're just a husk of their former selves.
yeah, I'm feeling awful sad for Basby over there. He was ready, bro, and he
Fuck,
wasn't ready to go.
fuck chicken head, bro. But yeah, so after that, we get to the credit scene and we see Ukitake is performing Kamikake, so he can go all out. I'm not really sure what this ability is. I can't remember. And
I
like there's
can't
this
either.
weird shadow that came out. So I'm interested to see where that goes. And we literally see the head captain, Shunsui, just walking away like, I'm gonna go get a drink. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing, man?
He's just wanting to go get a drink, man. It's happening. They seen all this power going up, and I'm pretty sure he mentioned to Ukitake that the royal palace is the one that's in danger now. After that happened, and I guess he's not able to get up there. And he knows it, and so he's like, well, I mean, all the threats gone down here, so we're not in danger anymore. They are, so I'm gonna go drink.
Definitely, man. And like this episode was really interesting to me because it started off and it looked like the Soul Society, the Royal Guard was getting a massive upper hand on the Quincy's. And then Oshwallen happens and we don't get to see what actually goes down after that until the next episode. So you want to get right into that?